showed cat ass, bitch. Do you see this cat? This cat got just bitch. You got your ass in my face. Oh, you just waiting for me to rub you. That's how you know you spoil your pets. Hello and welcome to the Random Talks, where we speak of everything and nothing at the same damn time. If you do hear slight raindrops, it is a nice little rainy afternoon. I officially quit my job today, and I know you guys are looking like, wait, Kyra, didn't you say you quit your job 2 videos ago? Yes, that was my other job. Remember the job I told you guys I had? I got after I quit my other job? Yeah, I quit that one too. Listen, here's the thing, right? Ironically enough, me being the worry warthog, that's what I wanted to say, worry warthog. Try saying that 3 times. But me being the little worry wart that I am, and honestly deciding and coming to the conclusion to just fucking quit my job and throw myself into podcasting. Yeah, you heard it right, folks. You're gonna get 1 video a fucking week if my life depends on it, because it does. It does now. I ain't broke yet. So this has to work out. Which, if I go back to 9 to 5, it's cool. I'm still interviewing. I had an interview at a very prestigious store today. So I'm not like completely in the dark. But, girl, things need to start shaking. So, like I said last video, Patreon will be live. It'll probably be live when this video comes out, hopefully. And then I'll start recording videos for the Patreon. I'm going to be recording 2 times a week. And I might just start the vlog channel soon. So if you're down to see that, you just let me know. And you can subscribe to my Patreon. Let's begin with my first segment, shit I found on the internet. And we're starting with Reddit confessions, because I didn't notice. Like, when people are like, oh, the human experience, like there's no individual human experience. Yes, there is. Some of y'all, how can I say this respectfully? How can I say this in a respectful manner? Some of y'all are genuinely unreal. And it's like, at first I thought, I was like, oh, we're all so similar. We have a lot of similarities, but some of y'all is wicked, You're wicked. I was just scrolling. This girl said, oh my gosh, I put gum on a girl's purse at a concert. What? Like genuinely, like, I don't even want to get into it. That was just one that I saw upon crossing. Maybe I'll go and find it and read it for y'all in another Reddit confession if y'all want that. But it's just like, do you see where the separation of us is? Like, the first confession is, I once licked the urine of a man without him knowing. You see what I'm talking about? You see, so there is individual human experience. Don't you ever tell me ever again in your fucking life that we never have individual experience. This person said, I once licked the urine of a man without him knowing. Y'all ever ask yourself when something happened and be like, why me? Why me? Yeah, why? Why did you do it? Hi, Coco. The people missed you. Oh man, she's making you guys donuts. Okay. Say thank you and wait in line. Wait in line, bitch. Oh my gosh, don't leave. Okay, she's not leaving. She's just like flipping over. She was like, that spot wasn't even good. It's not my freaking kink, I swear. I know I was being a pervert in this whole story, but here we go. During my sophomore year, I had a crush on my friend. There y'all go with that bullshit again. Knowing I already can't, my reading it's not bad. I'm just better at reading in my head than I am reading out loud, and you come with this kind of grammar. It's just offensive sometimes. So I'm a reread it in a way that we can all comprehend, okay? During my sophomore year, I had a crush on my friend. He was a very charming guy, and he's definitely not gay. I somehow befriended him. By befriending, I mean being friends as man to man. He didn't have a slight idea that I was gay at the time. Although I am gay, I showed no sign of femininity. He was kind of gay-phobic. I used to go to his room, and he used to go around naked in his room. I swear to God, I couldn't keep my eyes off his thingy, but I kept on complimenting him like, nice cock, bro. He usually laughed and shrugged it off. I had no balls to tell him I loved him because, He was kind of gay-phobic. One day during junior college, we were on a planned picnic with other friends in a small mountain not far from town. We had some drinking, but I wasn't a big drinker. He was kind of intoxicated and I was sober. As I saw him leaving for peeing behind the bush, I put my hand on his shoulder and we went to pee. Yes, seeing his ding-dong turned me on and I faked texting my friend and asked him to go back before me. After he left the bush, the god of horniness struck me with his power and I licked his urine while splattered on the leaves. It is disgusting. I know what you think. I had never done that before. It wasn't and isn't my kink and I don't know what got into me. My soul left my body when I heard a call near from my back. What are you doing? I was stunned. I somehow found a good answer. I just felt like vomiting. I'm not a good drinker. The guy of the friend I had a crush on laughed and said, yeah, I understand. We are now graduated and he's now back to his hometown miles away from mine. I still regret what I did that day. I was and still is so ashamed of myself. Is it wrong to do this? And then he said, edit, he was single at the time and he was obsessed with bodybuilding. And then another edit, I've never watched Saltburn before. I heard of the title, but I never heard the storyline. Wow, okay, yeah. Whoever mentioned Saltburn gagged because that's one of my favorite movies. But it makes sense that they mentioned Saltburn because I'm not going to lie. I think that you saw a piece of him left behind and you wanted to feel so close to him, or you wanted to have like just because you knew and you know that his sexuality is not the same as yours, so he would never have an attraction to you, right? So I think that you saw something, you saw an opportunity to get close to him and you grabbed at it, but you grabbed some piss on a leaf. That's the problem. I mean, I was gonna say I get it, but I don't. I was gonna say I get it, but I really don't. I just can't. I can't get it. I've heard of people sniffing underwear, and I'm not gonna lie. Hey, don't you do it. Don't judge me, bitch. Don't judge me. But I have sniffed my nigga underwear. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell him. Oh my gosh, what if he watches this video? Because I tell him not to watch my videos. Like, you literally can't. I said no. Because I be tweaking out on camera, and I don't want him to see me like that. Like, he see me tweak in person, but it's different on camera. So I'm like, oh my God. What if he hears me? Well, yes, I've sniffed his underwear before, and he told me that he sniffed mine, and I was like, ew, pervert. Knowing damn well the whole time I would do the same thing. I'm wrong for that, huh? I'm wrong for that, huh? He said, oh, yeah, I sniffed your underwear before. I said, ew, you're a pervert. Like, that's so nasty. Like, oh my God. Like, in a jokey way, but knowing damn well. So, like, I've heard of people sniffing underwear, but you lick pee off a leaf, baby. I wonder what he did after that. Like, I wonder what he did after you was done licking a leaf, and like, would you just walked in front of everybody and started talking with piss mouth? I really hope y'all wasn't smoking. Imagine he hit the blunt and just earlier he was licking piss off of leaves, bitch. I'd be pissed off. Oh, okay. Someone replied and said, it's possible you possibly could have gained an obsession with him. Bruh, I swear, people on Reddit, they just be here with me. Oftentimes, we confuse that with love when it's not. But we don't know how to label those things, so we just slap something on it to justify it in the moment. You're human. Don't beat yourself up over it. Right. You're human, bro. Like, it's fine. You're human. It happens. He didn't say that. That was me saying that. Like, I scratch all that other shit I said. Like, you're human, bro. Nothing can change that now, so just take this as a lesson learned and move on with your life rather than continuing to obsess over something you regret doing. I mean, that part is real. I agree with that. You can't change what you did. You can only just go forward. No one knows what you did, so it's not like, oh, I'm embarrassed. Oh, people know. Like, bro, just die with it. You have to. I mean, you told the internet, so now I have to die with it too, because it's like, oh, I know this information. Like, I know what you did last summer. Now I feel like a piece of shit because this guy was like, oh, you're human. Like, don't beat yourself over it. You licked someone's piss off a leaf. If I licked someone's piss off a leaf, I'm gonna beat myself up over it. I can't even lie. I am. Next confession is, my boyfriend sometimes seems obsessed with one of his female friends. I think this might be something from another video that I was making, because I be making them in advance now, girl. Yeah, girl, I'm getting on my shit, girl. I told you what it is. One video a week, ho. Every Thursday. Not every other Thursday. Every Thursday. But, yeah, this isn't a confession. I can still read it since I've already started. If you guys, well, I was going to say if you guys want, like, this is fucking live. Let's just read it. It started when I first met her. We had a double date and his attention was placed with making her feel comfortable instead of me. Shutting it down. Ooh, bitch. Like, all right, I'm gonna read. I'm sorry. It's not about me. It's not about me. There goes the Leo. There goes the Leo making it about her. Next time we did a double date, he would talk to her and me and her boyfriend would be completely excluded. I went to the toilet and when I came back, I saw that her boyfriend wasn't there. I ran back to the toilet because I felt so bad having to sit with them as a third wheel. Every time we meet up with them, he seems happier. Oh my gosh. Once we went out together and he was drunk, and when we came home, all he talked about was her. Not anything special, but it just felt weird. Every time she posts something, he is the first, sometimes only person to heart it. We were out with his friends and for almost half an hour, he was texting her and kept looking at his phone constantly waiting for her to respond. She was joining us later. I felt so bad and went to the toilet again and bumped into some friends of mine, so I stayed with them. I felt so bad. I don't know why. Sometimes I want to ask if he pays when they go out together, which kind of bothers me, although there's nothing wrong with it. But I know that would make me sound jealous and just too much. For a holiday, I asked him if he wanted to spend it with me, but he didn't really answer immediately. In my gut, I felt like he was maybe thinking about spending it with her, and I was right. This is kind of sad, guys. This one hurt a lot and has made me feel even more insecure. I feel like he had a crush on her, but she didn't like him back, and now I am the second option. I'm not afraid anything will happen between them as she has a boyfriend too, but it's the way he makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes, and I don't feel like I can say anything about it because it's not like he's doing anything wrong, but every time something happens, I just feel very bad about myself. It sucks. He is an amazing boyfriend and I do believe he loves me, but in my heart, I think if she would want to be with him, he would drop me in a heartbeat. Oh, okay, guys. I don't know. This one kind of hit a little close to home, only because, not saying that I've been in a situation like this, but feeling insecure in a relationship with a person. I've been in that situation with a past lover, and I noticed that my current partner, he does, like what you're saying, he does the exact opposite to make sure I know that I'm wanted, make sure I know that I'm desired. And then of course there's only so much this partner can do to make me feel, I don't want to say confident, but like maybe reassured and yeah, confident in our relationship. But what your partner is doing, let's just say he's not doing anything wrong, but you should feel comfortable speaking about how you feel. And maybe bringing it up, well, thinking a bit more about how you feel. It seems as if you thought about it enough. Like you feel, you know how you feel. You feel a little, maybe jealous a little bit, but you feel insecure because of this friend. So you go and you tell your boyfriend, hey, I want to talk to you. Can I talk to you? I'd like to speak about something. Invite him over, y'all drink. If y'all don't drink, then have a glass of I don't even know, cookie dough. Have a glass of whatever the fuck. Eat some food, just somewhere where he's comfortable and he can feel comfortable. Or you can call him if you feel more comfortable calling him. Just have this conversation and be like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like you pay more attention to your best friend than you do me. And like go from there and speak about it. And that's where I feel like you guys should both maybe unpack that feeling and then unpack maybe some feelings that he has for his friend. Because let me calm down. Because for me, behavior like that is a red flag, Poppy. And I don't know, maybe you are overthinking it. Like maybe let's just say you are overthinking it, but what if you're not? And then even if you are, I feel like communicating that and at least being on the same page as your partner is what's most important. You shouldn't feel as if you can't speak with your partner because they think that they think that you're going to be doing too much. You shouldn't be in a relationship that you feel your spouse doesn't want to be in. And then again, you might just be overthinking and you need some reassurance. That's okay to get reassurance from your partner. And your partner shouldn't feel like a type of way to give you that reassurance. Now, if it's like reoccurrent, like all the time, then of course that's some things that maybe you need to unpack with yourself. But like, I don't know. Personally, I don't think that's a problem for you to be like, hey, this is how I feel. What can we do? Or maybe is there something that you can stop doing? Maybe is there something that I could start doing? Like, how can we meet in the middle so I don't feel like you want to leave me for your friend? Boom. This person confessed, I robbed a man at gunpoint in his vehicle in front of his girl. This happened about 2 years and some change ago. I was 17 at the time. I'm now 19, trying to turn my life around. But this was one of the many times I've committed a robbery with my brother. But one of the only times I've genuinely reflected and felt terrible because of the circumstances. Otherwise, it was raw spaghetti noodles or crackers and sometimes even drinking condiments just to stop the awful hunger pains. Me and my brother had been buying weed from this dude for about a year. Our former plug got arrested. He was about 25 years old or so, and one day he tried to seriously tax me and my brother, asking for 1K off the smack for a pound on what we thought was gonna be mid-grade shit when me and my brother started off getting fronts and only having to pay back 700 to 800 per pound because we were buying in large amounts to sell. This made me extremely angry, and I told my brother to tell him we wanted 2 pounds and that we were gonna jack him. Naturally, we had guns. When you sell drugs as your primary source of income and lived where we lived, you were an idiot if you ain't have one. Anyway, we stopped by his house. He was going out of state for a few days and had just left the store, so we had him pull up to his house to grab our shit and do the diddy in his car. Diddy? Diddy? I don't know what that means, but I think this I don't understand what that means. Anyway, all right. He can't. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? The diddy, and we did did the dude did the deed, you traded drugs for money, like you did the deed in the car. Cause I don't know why it said diddy. Maybe it autocorrect the diddy. Anyway, he wanted us to get in his car, the usual routine. Me and my brother stepped in. I had a Glock 19 tucked under my pants under my hoodie, and my brother had his little 22 pistol. The plug was in the driver's seat and his old lady in the passenger. We had been buying for him for so long that he trusted us and didn't usually carry a strap when he would come through. This day he didn't have it. He turned around and smiled at us, and he said this stuff he had was new and that he wanted us to smell it. He literally threw one of the pounds in my lap, and me and my brother smelled it. The dude took a deep breath and he sighed, then proceeded to talk about how his girl was pregnant and that his other child had been diagnosed with leukemia, and apologized for the prices and that he'd make it right for us in the future. When he was done talking about all that stuff, he started thanking us for listening to him. I started feeling so terrible, like there was a ball in my stomach. It got silent for a second, then he started to say something else. But before he was able to say anything else and make what I was about to do worse, I tapped my brother and we both drew down on them. I remember every word he said and what I said like it was yesterday. I said, I'm sorry, dog, but I need that. Please just give it to me and everything's gonna be straight. Tears rolling down this man's face, and he literally just sighed with the most blank look on his face. Then he chuckled in the most empty way and said, you know what? Of course, bro, take it. You need it more than me. I don't know why that hurt. That hurt. Jeez. I see why you can't sleep at night, nigga. You're a monster. You need it more than me. Threw it in the back seat without moving his blank gaze, and it took everything in my body not to shed a tear. His girl was screaming and crying in one of the most ear-piercing ways I've heard someone cry before, and begging us not to do anything that would harm her child, and telling us that we were pieces of shit for doing what we were doing. Me and my brother said nothing, but I glanced over at him, and I could tell by the look on his face he felt exactly how I was feeling. I motioned my head towards my car, then we ran to my car and drove off as fast as I could before he could go inside and get his gun. Me and my brother looked at each other after about 10 minutes of silence, and I said, that shit made me feel terrible, dog. And he said, I know, but, my name, we can't just fucking starve. Then as a young adult, I finally understood how shitty and cutthroat our world was, and it made my heart hurt. We got home, went on about our business, sold the stuff, never mentioned it again, but it still hurts to this day, knowing I probably seriously impacted that man and his family, as well as his financial situation, who all needed him. Please don't do this shit. It sounds good in the music, but that life really is rough and it never turns out good. Thanks for listening. I guess we can start with the fact that, this person knows what they did was wrong. They know what they did was terrible, in fact, and they're reflecting, but let's start with the kids, because for me in this situation, like, you took money from those kids' mouths. You didn't take that from the parents, because at the end of the day, yeah, the parents could have made money from that, but the parents were making money for the kids. If you're taking money from their parents, you're taking money from them. And I know it's like, oh, we can't just sit here and starve, but why the fuck are you in the situation that you're in? I get it. You're probably a product of your environment. And I understand. I could have been a product of my environment too, but I didn't let my environment shape who I am. First of all. Second of all, you had a choice. You always have a choice. And I understand that sometimes we're placed in situations where it's like, fuck, I want to make a choice so I can live a better life, which I understand. But you weren't. Let me not say you were. You were not, because this is not you currently. You were not making choices to better yourself. Like, I know you're thinking, oh, I can't starve. Like, I can't starve. Okay, but how long that motherfucking pound gonna last you, my nigga? How long is that shit gonna last you until you starving again? And you need to rob again. I really wonder what people like. I wonder what your life is like, because karma always comes back in different forms. Like, sometimes karma comes and it don't even come to you. It come to your kids, it come to your brother, it come to your sister, it come to your mom. It's just, I wonder what your life is like now, because I'm just going to assume that you caused a lot of hurt just based off of this paragraph, because this is like, robbing was reoccurrent. Selling drugs was reoccurrent. And the selling of drugs, that hurts the community, that hurts people, that ruins lives. And then robbing people, that hurts the community, that hurts people, that hurts lives. Like, so I wonder how much your karma, like, I wonder what life is like right now. And then again, I get being a product of your environment. I get doing what you have to do. But I also know that you have a choice. You had a choice. You could have really just finished listening to that story, gave him the money, bought that shit, and carried on with your day. But you didn't. You decided to tap your brother, and you decided to rob that man. After he told you what's going on in his life, and he thanked you for listening. Thank you for being a good person that he didn't have to have a guard up with. And then you took that trust and you stabbed him in the back with it. Right in front of his pregnant baby mother. Right in front of his pregnant partner. Like, that's crazy. A moment of silence for that nigga, because I really hope your karma comes back and he really beats your ass. And I'm not saying I want somebody to do that to you. I'm not. But I am saying that the amount of hurt that you've, inflicted onto other people, it will come back. And it's going to come back ruthlessly. So you take care of yourself. That's all I got to say is you take care of yourself. Sorry we had to get a little serious, but like, I don't know, a story like that, we had to just take a moment of silence. Like, wow. Whoa, way to bring down the fucking mood. That's a confession. You see? That's a fucking confession. Like, people be like, oh, I licked piss. Oh, I did this. Nah, this person robbed someone at gunpoint in front of their pregnant baby mother. Like, I'm not saying I want the confessions to be like that, but that's actually something that someone is weighing. Like, that, I understand why that weighed down on your chest. It's weighing down on my chest, and I wasn't even the one robbing. I wasn't even the one in the situation. But damn, was that heavy. Shit. There's no way this is real life. The last confession is, I worked at a hospital and stole crack from a mentally ill patient. I'm a counselor at a mental hospital and work most with patients who have schizophrenia, bipolar, or other illnesses with psychotic features. It is rare, but sometimes we have to transport clients around town. Well, yesterday I was asked to transport a patient with schizophrenia and for a medical appointment. On the way, he asked if we could stop so he could grab cigs. When we stopped and he got out, I noticed a small plastic baggie full of even smaller plastic baggies. Upon slightly closer inspection, it appeared to be a white powder. This weekend, I happened to have a friend coming in town who loves to party. He is always asking for drugs, and I have no idea where to get them here in town. So I saw an opportunity to give my friend the goods and figured the patient had enough little baggies. I opened the bag and took one of the smaller little baggies and put it in my pocket. When the client came back out, I told him he had dropped something and gave him the drugs back. He was super embarrassed and said it is cocaine for a friend. I assured him it was not going to get him in trouble, but asked that he not bring drugs in our company vehicle anymore. After I dropped him back at home later, all I could think about was if I had fucked up his life by stealing what could maybe amount to a good amount of cash from him. What if he owes a dealer for it, or is addicted and will now go through withdrawal? Flash forward to my friend just getting into town today. I left him a key and put the coke on a table where he could find, and texted him letting him know I left him a gift. He texted me back saying that it is crack, not coke, and asking where the hell I bought crack at and if I was okay. So basically, I possibly ruined a mentally ill man's life for no reason other than to impress my friend, who is certainly not impressed now. What you mean it's not gonna get him in trouble? Baby, your job is... But what if I know my mentally ill patient is doing crack? You're doing crack. And you want to get better? You can't focus. Not jail, but yeah. I don't know. Cause do you snitch? What do you do? Because it's like you're mentally ill. I don't want you to be thrown into a jail house, because that, you know what the fuck they do to you in jail. Apparently this just modern day slavery. They're trying to take away the fucking 13th Amendment, the rights, motherfucker. So it's like you're just gonna be a modern day slave. So I don't even know. Fuck. What do you do? Why you stole crack? That wasn't in your drugs. First of all, if you really cared about your friend, you would have made sure you got something from somewhere that was a trustable source. What if this was something that's laced and you got fucking coke from him and it was laced with fent and then they fucking died? Like, that's another thing. Y'all be just taking drugs from anyone, not knowing where the fuck it came from, not knowing what's in it. Stop. Like, actually fucking stop. Have you guys heard of like there was a case that happened a long time ago. These like, I just know they're teens. Like, not teens, they were like some kids, like young adults like me. These motherfuckers, they went to go and do some motherfucking coke, and that shit was like, fake, and they all died trying to, resuscitate one person. You get the coke in your mouth or your nose, and you got the shit, and you fall out, and then the next person try to help you, and they get the shit, and they fall. Like, y'all need to stop taking drugs from people you don't know where it came from. You don't need drugs. You want drugs. You don't need drugs. You need to live. Well, I mean, you could want and need to live, because you have to want to live to find the need in living. So I take that back. Well, your body wants to live. Your body wants to live. Unless it's failing or something. That's just fucking different. If your body's failing, then yeah, that one wasn't for you. That's gonna be it for that segment. We're gonna get into my latest obsession segment, where I speak of everything I'm obsessed with. We got anime, books, shows, movies. No, we don't. We only got anime. Dun 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 dun. I told y'all niggas watch dun dun dun, because I'm gonna talk about it now. Okay, dun dun dun. First of all, nobody told me that, what's his name? Okarun? His skin, oh my gosh, bro. That fucking mask and the white hair and the eyes. I was like, who the fuck is that? I love white hair animated characters. But he's a high school student, so I can't be like, oh, his skin is like cute. No, I just think it's cool. And then also, Momo's grandma is bad as fuck. What is her name? Seiko? Bad. Granny. That's all I gotta say. Because that's the episode that, episode 3? Yeah, episode 3 is the episode that Seiko debuted. And then I think that's the episode that Okarun's skin was dropped. Yeah. Episode 4 just came out. I'm waiting. I'm watching it with my man, so I can't watch it right now. But y'all probably will hear about it in the next video then. Because it's not going to be this video. Because I'm recording now. Let's get into my music, because lately, like, my music has been, like, I don't know, I've been locked in, kind of, and I've been really trying to just find myself and what I want. I've been a little stressed, I can't even lie. Like I told you, I quit my fucking job to pursue my dreams. I don't even know what my dreams are. I just like sitting in front of a camera and tweaking out and talking to you guys. But, like, I really don't know what my dreams are. And it's honestly, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I even going to talk about this episode? But here I am. Here I am talking. First song is Head High by Doja Cat. I understand. I got it. We're separating the artist from the art. If y'all don't fuck with Doja, we're separating the artist from the art, man. Just so you know. The quote we have here is, you got no designer, you gotta take care of your mom and them. You work 9 to 5s and you still managing to comment this? Fuck is your problem, bitch? I know you ain't proud of this. Deep down, you just wish you didn't feel stuck in the life you live. Deep down, you got power to change the view they assigned you with. Woo! Woo! Like I told you, I've been under a lot of stress. I'm like, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta become successful so I can take care of my mom and them. For like literally what she said, like, you gotta take care of your mom and them. You ain't got no designer. I don't wear fucking designer. I recently stopped fucking shopping at Shein. I was shopping at Shein and thrifting for a real long time. Now I just fucking thrift. But fuck, times are tough. I don't feel the part where she's like, how the fuck you working 9 to 5s and you still commenting this fuck shit? What the fuck is your problem? I mean, I get that though. It's like sometimes people just comment hateful. They spew out hateful comments. It's like, what's your problem? What is wrong with you? Don't you have a job? You're working a 9 to 5. You're tired after work and you still have time to comment this. You have no life. You have no life. Cause I get home off of work, I'm not thinking, let me scroll on Instagram and type some fuck shit under somebody's post. I'm not. But to each their own though. Next song is Way Back by Tosh. Now this might not be the lyrics because she doesn't have like the actual lyrics posted. And it's posted nowhere, mind you. That's how I know I found a gem. Because when it don't have lyrics on the internet, that's how you know it's fucking new. But I wrote down these lyrics, so hopefully they're right. The quote is, I just want the real thing. I want requited love. He loves me even though that's a lot that comes with it. And now it's in my life. I don't want nothing but. I just think that's so cute. This one's a really good song. I've been listening to this one like back to back. I don't know. It's just something about I think it's something about the part where she's like, I want requited love. He loves me even though there's a lot that comes with it. You know what I've said in past episodes about, not being where I want to be mentally or even physically. And then my man being like, I'm here along the ride, baby. Like, it's okay. You can find yourself or get yourself together or, get healthy with me here. I'm fine with that. So I just like that part because it reminded me of my nigga. He's out of town right now. I'm about to cry and crash out. When did I become such a lover girl? Ew. Stand up. God, wasn't that terrifying? You'll never see that again. I just want you to know that, okay? You'll never see me that down bad ever again. Last song is Good Place by Jibinoff, and this song is in Korean. This is like one of my favorite songs, and it's actually in Korean, but I translated it again because I've been working, y'all. I told you I've been working. That wasn't even really that hard. I just looked it up. They had the translated lyrics on Google. He said, am I still dreaming? Where did you come from? How far have you walked? Do I still have to walk? Can I wake up from this dream? No need to worry here. I know that nigga sounds like a case just by the lyrics alone. Like, it sounds weird. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you even talking about? But it's just, you have to listen to the way he says it, the way he sings it. The instrumental is absolutely divine. Oh my, he's the reason why, or if I had to give a reasoning, if I did start doing music actually, it would be because of him. It would definitely be because of him. Well, I mean, him and a couple other artists, but he would definitely be on the list just because, like, his music is just so complex. Like, there's more to his music than, of course, just the lyrics. Like, sometimes you hear a song and it's very, like, surface, but I feel like when you turn on his music, you put in your headphones, turn on his music, I feel like you can hear the layers. Like, I don't know if am I explaining it right? It's like I'm falling into like, what's that one scene where he kept going through the multiverse and there was just a whole bunch of panels and they're just in different universes? That's kind of how I feel when I listen to certain songs and I hear the depth that they have. I know I sound like, I don't know, I think I sound like a fucking nerd, a fucking geek right now, because I am. Fuck you. But it's like, I don't know. Next, we have movies. Remember when I told you about Eileen in last episode? I watched it. What the fuck? What the fuck? If you didn't watch my other video and you don't want any spoilers, just skip this part. I have here written down, because I had to write it down. I was like, there's just no fucking way this is real life. It says, movie begins with woman putting ice on her pussy. That bitch sitting in the car. You know how people like a lover's rock, where people sit in their car and they make out and maybe even fuck. They might even fuck. She was sitting there. She seen another couple start kissing and shit like that. This girl got some ice off the floor. Ice off the floor, very close to, like, you know, the first level of ice that's like slush and mud. Yeah, like ice off the floor, and put that shit in her pants. I was appalled. I said, oh, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. I was like, okay, let's get it. What? Let's go. Then I have here, the viewer soon discovers Eileen lives with her emotionally abusive alcoholic dad. And I was like, oh my God, like this is horrible. And then in another scene, it consists of the dad saying he could see his daughter unaliving herself when he's dead because she'll be alone and have no one. I was like I was just like that. I just had nothing to say. Cause what the fuck do you say? I was in here watching, I was eating my ramen. I was like, oh my God, like I don't even want to eat anymore. It's just, I was like, why? Why is everything so fucking sad? I was like, oh my gosh, okay, let's continue. Then boom, Eileen begins to have a slow burning attraction to, oh man, I didn't write down her character. I didn't write down her character name. Whatever. She starts to have an attraction to this girl. Like this girl, this psychiatrist, she starts working at the jail that Eileen works at. And Eileen is like, oh my God. I'm like, this bitch bad as fuck. She walks in, nice blonde, short hair, confident, tall, slim. Not saying that slim makes her pretty, but she was slim, because I have to point it out. She was slim. And she was in her nice little pencil skirt. She was like, hi, Eileen. Nice to get to know. Because everybody else, like, oh, everybody knows Eileen. Like, she works there. But I feel like no one at the job really got to know her or cared to get to know her, because, like, she was just the type of character that just fades in the background. Like, if the movie wasn't about her, she would be a perfect background character. That's so sad. Okay, and then one day, the girl was like, Eileen, like, do you want to go out for some drinks? And Eileen was like, oh my, me? You want to go out with some drinks with me? She was like, sure. So she went home. She shaved her legs. When I seen her shaving her legs, I said, oh, you're gay. I was like, you're gay. I was like, yes. Like, it's been so long since I seen a film where it's GL or WL, and I was like, oh my God, it's gay. Like, I don't know why in my mind I did not know that it was gay. I really thought it was gonna be a little scary movie, and I was scared, so I had a little light on. But when I seen that, I said, oh, cute. Let me turn that light off. Yeah, we getting lit. It's getting steamy. I was like, okay, let me, you know what I mean? I was like, let me get comfortable. So boom, I seen a girl shaving her legs. I said, oh, okay, little fruity ass. Then she went out, she put on lipstick, all that stuff. It was very different for her. I felt like this character was kind of making her find like a different side of her femininity that she had not, you know, it was like being called upon. So boom, they go out. While they're out dancing and stuff like that, they getting real close, dancing on each other real close. And then when the night is ending, they kiss. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually like really gay. But I feel like Eileen didn't know that she had an attraction to women. Or maybe I don't even know if she had an attraction to women, but I know she had an attraction to the girl for sure. Like, there was an obvious attraction to the girl. Bruh, tell me how the girl called her one day and she's like, hey, Eileen, yeah, you want to come over for dinner? And Eileen's like, oh my God, yes. So she invite Eileen over to her house. She say, rah, we lit. They having a great night. And then out of the blue, they start talking about this case. And I don't want to go into detail just for people that do want to watch it and they don't mind spoilers, but they still want to watch the movie. So boom, they're going into depth about a case. I'm gonna just spoil it anyway, so it really don't matter actually. Just skip past this part because it's really about to get spoiled. This guy, like, they're talking about the boy and he's in jail, and why he's in jail and what he did, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, do you want to know what happened to him and why he did what he did? And she was like, yes. She was like, okay, but you, like, I forgot what the fuck she said, but she was like, you got to trust me. And she was like, yeah, like, sure. Bro, the girl gonna tell her, all right, I have his mom tied up downstairs in the basement. I said, wait a minute, what? I genuinely had to pause the fucking movie. I was like, plot twist. I was like, oh my God, this is the craziest fucking plot twist. Mind you, because this character, she's a psychiatrist. So I'm like, why does the psychiatrist have, oh, okay, that's where that like little thriller eerie, because in the back of my mind, there's always like this feeling of like an eerie feeling that's about to happen in the movie. But it's just things kept getting good for Eileen. So I was like, oh my God, good job for Eileen. And that's all I'm going to tell you. It's basically they had the mom tied up. Well, not they. The psychiatrist had the little boy's mom tied up in the basement. That's all I'm going to tell you. Boom. I know that shit sounds crazy, but it's like, when I tell you that shit is great, I'm not gonna lie, I think I have to rewatch the end, because at some point I started scrolling on Instagram. What? Real recognize real. You know, you would have done it too. I was alone. I was like, oh, let me see what the fuck these niggas doing on the interweb. So I went and started scrolling. So I have to rewatch the end again, but it was good from what I seen. It was good I mean, the ending didn't really make any sense to me though. But that's why I have to rewatch it. So basically, it was alright. Then we have shows. Oh my gosh, guys! Tyler Perry struck again. Nigga, Tyler Perry struck again. Every single time, every single thing he puts out, a black woman, black people, POC. It don't fucking matter. You're in distress. His main characters are usually black women, and when I tell you this show, I have to stop yelling. Let me stop yelling because the mic is too close for me to be yelling right now. This show, guys, like, and I'm not even fucking kidding. Every black woman in a Tyler Perry film is put through distress, but when I tell you this one is the most distressed of the distress, like, genuinely, just from episode 1, I was like, why the fuck are they treating her like that? Why are they talking to her like that? What's happening right now? Every single episode, people just fucking like, and it's not like, oh, like they do some trifling shit. They be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm like, oh my God. Guys, there's sometimes it's not even funny. It's not funny. But sometimes I'll be watching the show and I'm genuinely fucking gagged because I'm like, what the fuck is... Sometimes I watch the show and I'm genuinely gagged because I'm like, why are they treating her like that? It's called Beauty in Black. I don't know if I said the show yet, but it's called Beauty in Black. It's about this girl and she gets caught up in some mess because her mom abandoned her in a store. Like I know, even that right there is fucking insane. Like, even that route right there sounds insane, but it's like her mom abandoned her at a store, and then from there on she was like, oh, I need to provide for myself, and she gets caught up in some stuff, and now she's a stripper, but she ain't good at stripping, and it's like it's just like she's in so much depth. She's like, I'm not laughing at that, but I'm just laughing at like the way they talk about her, the way they treat her. And then the acting, oh my gosh, the acting, guys. Sometimes I feel like it's satire because I'm like, there's no way that they put this show out and it's supposed to be like a genuine show. Like, I think that it's a comedy. I consider it a fucking comedy because the amount of times that I fucking laughed at scenes where I think they're supposed to be serious. Like, I genuinely think it's supposed to be a serious film. I laugh. Even if you don't watch Tyler Perry films, please just watch that one because I need people to understand where I'm coming from. I was talking shit about the show. Guys, I binge watched like 7 episodes. I think I'm on episode 8 or 9. Like, I binge watched it. I was getting my nails done, watching the show. I was getting my feet done, watching the show. I was washing the dishes, watching the show. And Tyler, you've done it again, brother. You've done it again, and you have no remorse for what you do. You've done it. Let's get into the free flow segment where we just, talk about bullshit. So because it's spooky season, I'm doing scary stories. The spooky season about to end, but I think I like telling a scary story at the end in the free flow segment, or like a story in general. So again, just so you guys know, I'm taking submissions. If you have any stories, please send me stories. You can send it anonymously. I'll try and find like an app, or like a, maybe not an app, like a website where you guys can send me like your stories anonymously, or you can send it on Gmail. I'm not gonna go and stalk your shit. If you want like to remain anonymous, you can remain anonymous. Anonymous, fuck. Just stay in school, kids. But you can remain anonymous. So if you want to send me an email about your story and you want your story to end up in a free flow segment, just send one over, please, and thank you. But so we have a spooky story because spooky season, and it says we are running out of time. Let me bring the mic. I brought the mic a little closer so I can speak in like maybe a whispery kind of deep tone for you guys, because I know y'all like that at the end when I start giving like a good story. So we are running out of time. In the stark white expanse of Antarctica, Dr. Caitlin Allen and I, deeply engrossed in our research on the region's marine life. The relentless cold numbed my fingers as we fished in the frigid waters. That day we pulled an unusual fish from the depths, its scales shimmering in iridescent glow. Is that writhing? Fuck, I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to speak all low and shit, but I don't know how to say that. But as we examined it, with a writhing mass clung to its gills, a strange translucent parasite that seemed to pulse with an unsettling vitality. Intrigued, we brought the specimen back to our makeshift lab, where I could hardly contain my excitement. But as we studied the creature, a sense of unease began to settle in my gut. It didn't take long to realize that this was no ordinary organism. Our preliminary test revealed a horrifying ability. It could infiltrate and manipulate its host. I couldn't shake the feeling that we had stumbled upon something dangerous, but our scientific curiosity pushed us forward, blinding us to the dark implications. Days passed, and I began to notice something unsettling about Elena. She developed a persistent cough that she dismissed as a reaction to the harsh, dry air. I wanted to ignore it to focus on our work, but each day her condition worsened. Her breaths became shallower. A sense of dread gripped me, yet I buried myself in research, ignoring the gnawing instincts that warned me something was terribly wrong. I rushed to Elena's side only to find her feverish and delirious, her cough now transformed to a grotesque rasping sound. Desperation took hold. I scoured our notes searching for a way to save us, but the more I read, the more I realized the futility of our situation. Yes, that's how I say it. I know it sounds like fertility, but it's futility. Don't start, you bitch. All right, anyway. Time was slipping away, and with it, any hope of finding a solution. The air around us felt thick with the weight of impending doom. Elena's condition continued to decline, and her eyes, once bright with scientific wonder, grew dim, as if the parasite was stealing her very essence. Her conditions were in the final stage, vital organs failing, and her arteries rupturing. The parasite had turned her into nothing but a bag of flesh. She had lost all ability to communicate. As I discovered the horrifying truth, this parasite wasn't just a simple organism. It was airborne, capable of infecting us without any direct contact. It could lay eggs in the lungs of its host, allowing its offspring to mature inside their bodies. Panic surged through me. If this parasite could thrive in such frigid, freezing temperatures, how do we know it isn't thriving anywhere else? How long do we have until this spreads everywhere? Now, as I sit here, the chilling reality washes over me. I have no idea how long we have before the world collapses under the weight of this nightmare. The thought of what we've unleashed fills me with dread. We've become unwitting hosts to a grotesque cycle, and I can only hope that our cries for help reach the surface before it's too late. But with each passing moment, I feel the grip of despair tighten, and I wonder if anyone will be left to hear us. Okay, you can put your volume back up. My throat is like kind of raspy right now, so I really hope that I didn't sound like a teenage boy. I really hope I didn't sound like a teenage boy. But guys, I gotta attend my friend's engagement party. Yeah, she got engaged. Yeah, my friends are adults. Yeah. Bitch. You know I'm sexy. Don't call, just text me. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But it just seemed fitting. Like the bitch. And I was like, bitch. Yeah, I gotta go to my friend's engagement party. So I hope this episode was to your liking. Again, please give me ideas. I'm not saying I'm running out, but fuck. I'm about to throw out all my good cards. I'm about to throw out all the wild cards. I gotta save some. I got some good shit on the way, but like, you know what I mean? Give me some good shit. Give me. Oh, and also, I guess I'll talk about that next episode. Yeah, maybe that'll be next episode. And I'll tell y'all, like, because I want to start having something that you guys wait on weekly. Like every other week, I want to have like a certain type of episode that I release. I know your least favorite part of the episode where I wrap it up and I leave. I'm not going to degrade you this time, you fucking masochist, but I will praise you because I'm very proud of you. Okay? I want you to know that your efforts are not unnoticed and the universe is always there for you. If you don't believe in the universe, think of God. If you don't believe in God, just know that you are always there for yourself and your effort is not going unnoticed. But if you're not noticing your effort, then of course it's not. You need to be able to acknowledge and give yourself flowers. You deserve that. The fact that you're here right now, watching this video, listening, breathing, it's a blessing. And let's just say you're not where you want to be right now. I get it. Just know eventually you'll get there. Just put in the effort and you've got this, okay? That was a message to you guys, but it's also a message to myself because I know I'm going to look back and see this, but I believe in you, okay? You got it, sweetie pie. Love you.